Hello everyone, today we are making organic fresh milled challah bread, and for no reason, I just wanted to make it. I know it's a Jewish thing, but I just decided to make it. So we need 270 grams of hard white wheat, 50 grams of kamut, 3 eggs, a half a cup of warm water, a tablespoon of honey, an eighth cup of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. And for the egg wash on the top, you need 1 egg, a teaspoon of water, and a tablespoon of sesame seeds, which are optional. But you'll see the mistake that I made. I guess I didn't read the ingredients the right way. I ended up putting 3 eggs in the dough instead of 2. But it still worked out. Had no issues with it. But the other egg was for the egg wash on the top. So here's our water going in the mixture right now. And then see the mistake. The 3 eggs are supposed to be 2, not 3. And then our eighth cup of oil. Our tablespoon of honey. And then we're going to add our salt after that. We're going to add all of our flour in there, and we're going to give it a mix just to incorporate it. That's all we need to do is incorporate it, and we got to let it set for 15 minutes because fresh milled flour needs to absorb all the liquids. So you just let it set for 15 minutes, and then you can go at it and make your dough after that. So we're letting it set for 15 minutes. "15 minutes are over, and now we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of yeast to our dough mixture, and we're going to let it mix up for about 12 minutes. There's a timer on my mixer, so I set that for 12 minutes, and then I let it go. At first, it looks kind of wet and sticky and not like it didn't want to work. But after it gets going, the gluten starts working, and then it just gets all incorporated and turns into a dough ball. So there's our dough ball starting to work. So we took it out because it was ready. After that, we're going to add a little bit of oil to the bowl and then put it back in there and let it rise for another hour. So just put the lid back on, set a timer for an hour, and let it double in size. Now that it's doubled, we're going to put it out on our mat, and we need to cut 4 pieces. So the 4 pieces have to be kind of uniform in the way the shape or whatever, because we want them to be all the same, because we're going to roll them out in a snake-like structure because we need to braid this bread. So I'm just cutting it, trying to get them all uniform looking. I think I flattened it out into rectangle shape and then I cut them so it would be easier to keep in that snake-like structure. And we need to roll these out to 12 inches each. Once you get them all the same size and the same weight or similar looking, you can stretch them out and then roll them out to a 12-inch snake. So I'm going to roll them all out and try to get them all uniform. Then we're going to start the braiding process with the 4-strand. A 4-strand braid can be very complicated. And I did get a little bit messed up with it. So you'll see that in the video. I kind of lost track. I was doing very well in the beginning, then lost track of what braid was what braid at the very end. So, yeah. Just try to keep a close eye on that one that stays at the bottom all the time, and then just keep your braids normal as you braid. And you'll see how it got messed up at the bottom. But then you do the egg wash over top and let it rise again for another hour before we put it in the oven. And the oven has to be at 350, and we cook it for 20 to 25 minutes. So we're letting it rise for an hour. It risen. Now we're going to put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes at 350. And there is your bread. You can tell that it got messed up at the bottom, but it did a really good braid. So it was yummy bread. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.